The Old Woman in the Small Room. In a small village, there was a small house. The house was made of wood. It had a brown roof. In the house lived a family. There was a man. His name was An. There was a woman. Her name was Lin. An and Lin were husband and wife. They had a son. His name was Bao. Bao was a little boy. He was 6 years old. One more person lived in the house. It was An's mother. She was an old woman. She was grandma. So in the small house lived An, Lin, Bao, and grandma. Every morning, the sun came up. The light came into the house. Lin, the wife, woke up. She went to the kitchen. The kitchen was a small room. She started to make food. She made rice. The rice was white and hot. She cooked vegetables. The vegetables were green and fresh. She cooked fish. The fish smelled very good. The food was for her husband An, and for her son Bao. An woke up. He went to the kitchen. He smelled the food. The food smells good. Yes, the rice is hot. The fish is fresh. Bao, the little boy, woke up. He ran to the kitchen. Food! I am hungry. Yes, my son. The food is ready. Lin put the food on the table. The table was big and made of wood. She used 3 nice bowls. The bowls were clean and white. 1 bowl for An, 1 bowl for Lin, 1 bowl for Bao. They sat at the big table together. An ate the hot rice. Lin ate the fresh fish. Bao ate the green vegetables. They were happy. This food is very good. Thank you, my husband. I like the fish. They ate all the food in the nice white bowls. But one person was not at the table. Grandma was not at the table. Grandma was in her room. Her room was very small. It was at the back of the house. Her room was dark. There was only 1 small window. She was old. Her hands were slow. Her back was tired. She stayed in her bed. She waited. After the family finished their food, Lin cleaned the table. There was some food left, not a lot. A little rice, a little fish. The rice was not hot now. It was cold. The fish was not fresh now. It was old. An took the old food. He did not put it in a nice white bowl. No, he went to a corner of the kitchen. In the corner was a very old bowl. It was not a real bowl. It was a coconut shell. It was brown and ugly. It was the grandmother's bowl. An put the cold rice into the coconut shell. He put the old fish on top of the rice. He put some old vegetables next to it. This was the food for his mother. An took the coconut bowl. He walked out of the kitchen. He walked down a long, dark hallway. He came to a small door. He opened the door. It was Grandma's room. The room was dark and quiet. Grandma was on the bed. She looked at her son. "Here is your food." He said the words very quietly. He did not smile. He put the coconut bowl on a small stool next to the bed. Then he left. He closed the door. Grandma looked at the food in the coconut bowl. The rice was hard and cold. The fish was old. She was very hungry, so she ate. She ate the cold food from the ugly coconut bowl. She ate alone in her small, dark room. Every day was the same. The next day, Lynn cooked a good breakfast. She cooked eggs and hot soup. The soup smelled wonderful. An, Lynn, and Bao sat at the big table. They ate from the nice white bowls. They talked. They laughed. "The soup is hot. I like it." "Be careful, my son."
"The eggs are good today, Lynn." They ate. They were full and happy. In the small, dark room, Grandma waited. She was hungry. After the meal, Anne went to the kitchen. He found the old food from yesterday, the old rice, the old soup. He put it all into the coconut shell. He walked down the long, dark hallway. He opened the creaking door. He went into the small room. He put the coconut bowl on the stool. "Your food." He did not look at his mother. He left the room. He closed the door. Grandma ate the cold food alone. So, the family had good food. They ate at a big table. They used nice, clean bowls. They were together. But the grandmother had bad food. She ate alone. She used an old coconut shell. She was not with the family. This was not good. Anne and Lynn did not love the grandmother. They did not care for her. Their little boy, Bao, saw everything. He was a quiet boy. He watched. He saw the kitchen. He saw the two kinds of food. He saw the good food for the family. It was hot. It smelled good. He saw the bad food for Grandma. It was cold. It smelled old. He saw the bowls. He saw the 3 white bowls for his father, for his mother, and for him. The bowls were nice. And he saw the coconut bowl for Grandma. It was ugly and brown. Bao watched his father every day. He watched his father take the coconut bowl. He watched him walk down the dark hallway. He heard the door creak. Bao was sad. He did not understand, but he watched. One afternoon, Bao was playing outside. The sun was warm. The birds were singing. Bao played in the yard behind the house. In the yard, there was a big coconut tree. On the ground, under the tree, there were old coconuts. They were brown and hard. Bao saw a coconut on the ground. It was an empty coconut shell. It was broken in half. It looked like a bowl. It looked like Grandma's bowl. Bao picked up the coconut shell. He held it in his small hands. It was rough. It was dirty. He sat on the ground. He looked at the coconut shell for a long, long time. He had an idea. He took the coconut shell to the water pump. He washed the coconut shell. He washed the dirt from the outside. He washed the dirt from the inside. He used his small hands to clean it. Now the coconut shell was clean. He found a rock. The rock was small and sharp. He sat down again on the grass. He took the sharp rock. He started to scrape the inside of the coconut shell. Scrape, scrape, scrape. He made the inside smooth. It was hard work for a little boy. His hands were tired, but he did not stop. He worked for a long time. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Finally, the inside of the coconut shell was smooth. It was a good bowl, a good brown coconut bowl. Bao was happy with his work. He held the bowl. He smiled. Anne and Lynn finished their work for the day. They came to find their son. They saw him in the yard. He was sitting on the grass. He was holding a brown coconut shell. Bao, what are you doing? Bao looked up at his father. He smiled. I am making something. Lynn came and stood next to Anne. She looked at the coconut shell in Bao's hands. What is that, my son? It looks like a bowl. Yes, mother, it is a bowl. Anne looked at the bowl. It was just like the bowl he used for his mother. He felt a little strange. A bowl? Why do you need a coconut bowl? You have a nice white bowl in the house. Bao looked at his father. Then he looked at his mother. His face was very serious now. He spoke in his small, clear voice. This bowl is not for me. It is for you, Father, and for you, Mother. Anne and Lynn were very surprised. They did not understand. For us? What do you mean, Bao? I am saving it. I am saving this bowl for when you are old.
Anne and Lynn looked at each other. They were silent. They looked at their little boy. Bao continued to speak.
When you are old, like Grandma, you will need a bowl, so I am making one for you. When you are old, I will put your food in this bowl.
The sound of the wind rustling the leaves in the trees. A moment of silence. The words of the little boy were very simple, but they were very strong. Anne felt something cold in his stomach. He looked at the coconut shell in his son's hands, and he saw his future. He saw himself as an old man. He saw himself weak and tired. He saw himself sitting alone in a small, dark room. He saw his son Bao, now a big man, bringing him a coconut shell with cold food inside. Lynn started to cry. The tears ran down her face. She saw her future too. She saw herself an old woman eating alone, eating leftovers from a dirty, ugly bowl, just like Grandma. They understood. They finally understood what they were doing. They were teaching their son how to be. They were teaching him that old people are not important. They were teaching him to give old people old food in ugly bowls. The lesson they were teaching their son was a lesson for them one day. Anne's face was red with shame. Lynn's face was wet with tears of sadness. They felt very, very bad. Anne kneeled down on the grass. He put his hands on Bao's shoulders. His voice was soft. "My son, we don't need that bowl." Lynn kneeled down too. She hugged her little boy. "We don't need that bowl, Bao. We were wrong. We were very, very wrong." That evening, something was different in the small house. Lynn went to the kitchen. She cooked rice. The rice was hot and white. She cooked fish. The fish was fresh. She cooked many green vegetables. She made a big, wonderful meal. Anne went to the back of the house. He walked down the long, dark hallway. He came to the small door. He opened it slowly. Grandma was on her bed. She saw her son. She was surprised. Anne was smiling. It was a kind smile. "Mother, please come with me." He helped his mother stand up. She was very weak. He held her arm gently. He walked with her very slowly out of the small dark room. He walked with her down the hallway and into the big room. The big table was ready. There were not 3 bowls on the table. There were 4 bowls. 4 nice, clean, white bowls. Lynn came and smiled at Grandma. Bao ran to her and held her hand. "Grandma, you are here!" Anne helped his mother sit at the table. She sat in a good chair right next to Bao. Lynn put the hot food in the 4 white bowls. 1 bowl for Anne, 1 bowl for Lynn, 1 bowl for Bao, and 1 beautiful white bowl for Grandma. The food was hot. The soup smelled good. The fish was fresh. Grandma looked at the food in her bowl. Then she looked at her son. She looked at his wife. She looked at her grandson. A tear fell from her eye. But it was not a sad tear. It was a happy tear. They all ate together, the 4 of them, at the big table. They talked. They smiled. The house was not quiet and sad anymore. The house was full of warmth. It was full of love. "Is the food good, Mother?" "Yes, my son. It is very, very good." In the corner of the kitchen, the old coconut shell was gone. Anne had thrown it away. It was gone forever. From that day on, everything changed. Every morning, Grandma ate at the big table with the family. Every evening, she ate the same hot, fresh food as everyone else. She ate from a nice, white bowl. Her small room did not seem so dark anymore. Anne opened the window every day to let in the sun. Lynn put flowers in a small vase next to her bed. Bao came to her room to tell her stories. Anne and Lynn were good to the grandmother. They were kind. They took care of her. They learned a very big lesson that day in the yard. They learned that you must be kind to your parents. You must love and care for them when they are old. because your children are always watching.
Great work today. Keep going. Every lesson helps you improve your English. I'm excited to see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun lessons. Keep learning and see you again soon.